So another big headline in what I kind of feel is already a massive headline story on its own right. The Cash App founder who was stabbed in San Francisco, everybody thought it was a crime in San Francisco. Well, it wasn't. He was stabbed by someone he knew, allegedly, by the girl he was having an affair with, her brother. Nima Momeni is the name of the guy. He's also a rich tech exec, like super rich. So the whole thing was just sort of crazy, right? And then there's this whole lifestyle and drugs and sex and swinging and all the rest. But the big thing is that it's a murder charge, right? Nima Momeni is charged with murder. And that is serious business in any state, especially California, death penalty state. So imagine our surprise when we're reading the San Francisco Chronicle and we come across this piece of amazing reporting saying that the police have actually hauled him in for stabbing before. What? He didn't get charged. But the allegations were that he stabbed 2 kids, like teenagers, and that it was a whole drug deal sort of gone wrong. Might have been a victim as well as a stabber, allegedly. But they didn't charge him, so he wasn't convicted, doesn't have a record for it. But there's some other stuff there in his past as well. So, you know, naturally, I was kind of curious about what else the San Francisco Chronicle had. So I want to bring in Matthias Gafni. He's a Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative reporter for the Chronicle, and he's with me now live. Look at you with a hell of a scoop, Matthias. So what else do you have on that? What more is there to this story?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, you have a defendant who's accused of stabbing to death someone, and the fact that he potentially, allegedly stabbed 2 people years in the past is a pretty big potential piece of evidence. There's also the fact that back then it appears like he may have claimed self-defense in that possible drug deal gone bad. And there's been indications on this current case that he may also claim self-defense. So I think it's a potential, big development. However, I think in the legal experts I spoke to said that it's going to be incredibly prejudicial for a jury to hear it. So they are somewhat doubtful that a judge would allow it to be used just as a prosecutor would want to. So we'll have to see how it's been used in the case. Yeah,
I mean, listen, they were charged. There's no conviction, there's no record. It's hard enough to get prior bad acts into a case, but what's curious is that it is sort of pattern-like, right? And pattern is what getting prior bad acts is all about. There's also a domestic incident that he was hauled in for, and I believe, again, not charged, not convicted, but investigated for. What's that all about?
Yeah, so last August, so this is just, half year before this stabbing happened, he had a woman who was living with him in his flat in the East Bay in the San Francisco Bay Area, and they got into a heated argument, and he grabbed and pushed her. The woman told police after this really loud argument. Police came, detained him, and they cited him for simple battery, but prosecutors decided against filing charges on him.
Usually that's because they don't have enough evidence to be able to mount a case they can win. That's usually the barometer where, charges just get dumped. Doesn't mean nothing happened. Doesn't mean something happened. It just means potentially not enough evidence there. Last quick question for you, Matthias, and that is, I found the defense attorney from the outset, Paula Canny, to be quite a unique character, saying all sorts of unique things in a unique way. And then all of a sudden, boom, she's announcing to anybody who would listen, I quit. Did she quit? Was she fired? I understand there's new attorneys on the case and he's meeting with them.
Yeah, technically, Paula Canny, she withdrew from the case. You can kind of read into it how you will if the defendant himself had any say in that. But she withdrew. The judge granted her withdrawal. So he has a new attorney now who literally today was kind of day one of his new defense team. And they said they're starting from scratch. And Paula Canny had kind of hinted that there would be a self-defense or maybe accidental aspect to this crime. And now we don't know. We don't know where this new attorney will take it from here. But it's very early in this. Sure. He's pled not guilty, but there's a lot to come still.
There is, which means we'll have you back. Matthias Gafni, thanks so much. Appreciate this.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.